I think you all know that January is Bathtub Safety Month, and that's something that's near and dear to all of us. Emily is going to share her personal experience, and then we'll all be able to share some of what we have to help our clients and friends pass the word about bathtub safety.
In 2007, I had 4 kids under the age of 4. You can imagine what my life was like. I'll try to get through the story without tearing up, but sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. That night on August 14th, I was getting the twins ready for dinner, and I had them in the kitchen, and my 3-year-old and 4-year-old were running around the kitchen and doing whatever 3 and 4-year-olds do. And I was going to go ahead and put the twins in the bathtub, get them bathed, and get them in their pajamas and ready for bedtime. I was cooking pork chops and some other stuff. And I took the twins from the kitchen after they ate and I put them in the bathtub together. Plugged the little stopper, and typical was going to let it fill up for just a little bit and let them play around. At this time, they were 14 months old. And this one night, I decided I needed to turn over the pork chops that were cooking in the kitchen. And my intention was to leave the room, turn the pork chops over, and go back immediately back into the bathroom and finish bathing my twins. Unfortunately, that didn't go as planned. I got distracted. One of the little boys was asking me a question. I believe I did something else with the pork chops, mashed potatoes, I don't know, cooking. And I think just got distracted longer than I anticipated because my whole goal was to just walk out, turn the pork chops over, and walk back in. And no warning bells, no nothing went off in my head. I don't know why. And then I walked back into the bathroom, and I believe I was gone, I'm going to call it anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. And in that time, I walked into the bathroom and I found Mallory floating. And she was not breathing. She was blue, she was gray. Marcus was standing up on the side of the bathtub, and Mallory was floating on the surface of the water. I immediately pulled her out. I started first round of CPR. I am actually CPR certified. So I knew a little bit, I knew what to do. I did a round of CPR, and unfortunately I dropped my cell phone in the bathtub. I ran as fast as I could to my neighbor's house and I burst through their back door and called 911 from their phone. The ambulance came, and I had to make the dreaded phone call to my husband, who was on his way home from work. I honestly thought I was just gonna quickly do something and walk back in there in a moment's notice. I don't know what happened. The autopsy report doesn't show any kind of bump on her head that she fell forward or anything backwards. I think she just lost her footing and fell backwards and didn't know what to do and did nothing. I'll never know what happened. It took me a couple of years to get probably my life somewhat in order. In Mallory's honor, I now own Coastal Swim Academy, which teaches, I do still teach ISR occasionally when I can. It's kind of hard running the swim school, and we have a full-fledged swim program thanks to Andy's help. It's about teaching kids how to become aquatic problem solvers, is what I like to call it. I made a mistake and I walked out of a room and my life was changed. I'm here to tell you to share my story with your grandparents, with your babysitters, anyone that's going to be bathing your children. That's my story. That's how I started Coastal Swim Academy, and I know I have saved many children through the years. And I just want everyone to know about the warnings and the dangers of bathtub safety.
Sometimes we lose course on what the business is doing and not the purpose of what we're doing. I was shocked, and I'm in the industry for 25 years, that 75% there are incidents in the bathtub.
I'll be honest with you, but before Mallory passed away, I'll be honest, I'd never heard of anyone drowning in a bathtub. I just hadn't heard of that. I've heard of always that they drown in a swimming pool, but I've never really heard of anyone drowning in a bathtub. But the main thing, the distractions and us being so distracted today. And then the second thing would be having our older kids watch the siblings in the bathtub when they're really not qualified to watch young kids in a bathtub. Just those things, I think, Marcella.
Awesome.
Those are very powerful things. Thank you.